Imagine a gun sending out a rose instead of a bullet, or an eco-friendly environment where children have fun and do not pay attention to time. Imagination grows wild each time students of the Department of Performing and Visual Arts under the Faculty of Arts in the University of Bamenda hold painting and sculpture tools.
I have a lot of paintings that have to do with the crisis, and it is more also cultural and also expressing the importance of women in the crisis, also maybe how they can actually improve and how they are important. There is some extra connection you have when you view a painting, and sometimes if you have a painting hanged in your house, every day that you see it, it shapes your behavior and a lot of things. For example, in my paintings we have the motifs of the Togo. The motifs that has to do with peace, unity and all the light. So they are all embedded in my paintings, and all that helps to shape the behaviors of people.
Messages that emanate from these students cut across peace, female leadership, and even African identity.
Call me El Kubalan, North Africa. Not the stamp they slapped on my skin with colonized ink, but the names that breathed through my bones before borders were drawn and maps drawn with blood and greed. I am the mother of mankind, the womb of wisdom, the cradles of kings. I am the drumbeats echoing through centuries, louder than the chains they tried to shackle me with. They came across these and chains and said they came to save souls. Chop one cultural plan another, guns in one hand and Bible in the other. That wasn't mission work, that was colonization in disguise. They taught us to hate our skin colors, curse our gods, and become afraid of our own powers.
This raw talent needs to be refined for a greater impact. Thus, the need for an arts factory.
The art factory is a sphere where we train students practically on cinema, how to produce film practically on the field, on graphic design, or if you want, on digital art, web design, and visual art, painting, ceramic, all what you can think about art. And we have the professionals, we have the resource person, voila. So that's what we are aiming at doing. And for now, we are organizing a cultural event. First of all, to promote our enterprise. Because the art factory, you need to understand, is an enterprise where we want to make money. We want people to live from what they are doing as art expression. Besides this cultural event, we have now our enterprise, where we are going to employ our own students who have the skill so that they can learn while they are learning. They are working at the art factory. You get it? So today communication is everywhere. So we'll be there for communication purpose, for art purpose, for video and film purpose. So it's a real big enterprise. And we want to make the Northwest region the center of cultural activities in Cameroon.
Within 3 days, students of the PVA department were drilled on promotion of arts work, content creation, and how to use theater for development.
Basically, right now in the Cameroon film industry, the biggest problem that we face out there is marketing, distribution of our films. And most of the times we do our movies and they only end in the cupboards. We only hear of movies. We hear that in a year we have about 200 movies. We just hear names, titles, but then we don't have platforms to watch them. We don't know how to watch them. We don't know where to watch them. That's because we don't know how to market. So the biggest lesson I have learned this year is how to market. Marketing of our own product, of our own films. So we took it upon ourselves that, so this year, all the films that we did, we had to market them, we had to distribute them, we had to promote them within the university million. And right here in the University of Bamenda, we have roughly about 40,000 to 60,000 students. And if we, the Department of Performing and Visual Arts, can do a movie and pull out the crowds and reach out to these students, then possibilities are high that when we step out there, we are definitely going to solve these marketing issues.
Going out to create a content that maybe it might cause a harm or it might cause harm at the end. It needs a process like going to the DO's office to seek for permission, which will help you as a content creator advance in your field. I also learned that in everything you do, engage yourself into it without any fears, just be intentional in all you do. I rise dancing in the dust, hiding freedom through stories and carved stories through freedom. I am Al-Kubalan. I am unforgettable. With Islam, it is very easy to send out a message to people. It's very easy. As long as you're truthful to yourself first. And with this experience, it has really helped me more to do research, to go out for research, like hidden truth, to really pick it out, because there are some truths that cannot be released out due to fear. But with Islam, you can easily pass it out, because you try to perform it, to speak it, like in coded languages. But those who get the message will actually get what you're saying.
They don't really see it as a kind of an industry that can boost up the economy, and that's where they fail. The government, they don't see it as an industry that can help Cameroon be a better place. The people themselves, they don't see it. So it is our place now, with the help of the government, to make the people realize that theater can be a very big industry and can generate income. We can use theater to bring back peace, 100%.
As the motto of the institution indicates, knowledge, probity, and entrepreneurship. The undergraduates and postgraduates of the Department of Performing and Visual Arts have been active in productions. 5 movies written, directed, produced, and marketed by students are already in the market.
When we talk about an incubator, we're talking about a platform in which students come in as novice, but they graduate as professionals. So they are leaving the incubator with hands-on practical knowledge on what it takes to produce an artwork, to market that artwork, and to make the artwork become useful to the society. So this is the notion that came about, and we were able to bring forth the notion of the Arts Factory. And the Arts Factory stands out to be that link between the producers, the exploiters, and the marketers. So we are going to be doing all the 3 facets of production: exploitation, and marketing of our product. And the Arts Factory gives us that possibility to actually make our students to develop the entrepreneurial spirit. And this entrepreneurial spirit is what is needed in today's universities, where graduates do not graduate with a piece of paper, but rather they graduate with enterprises.
Work realized despite insecurity and limited material.
You need to be mentally stable. And because of the crisis, a lot of our youths have been facing a lot of challenges mentally, and this has affected the output that they had to produce in their artwork. So we are also trying to bring in another aspect in this Arts Factory, which is the mental healing. That means we have to heal our youth mentally so that they can be upright, and once they are upright, they can produce artworks that are speaking for themselves. Our students have been going through the training process and equally producing therapeutic artworks. And therapeutic artworks, they have theater productions that are therapeutic. That means productions that are based towards healing them. We have drawing that is therapeutic, which means we bring together youth and they're able to draw out what they cannot express with their voices. And by so doing, they are undergoing a therapeutic process. We're talking about specialists in television production. We're talking about specialists in film production. We're talking about specialists in theater production. We're talking about specialists in visual arts, painting, ceramics, drawing, and you name the rest. So, to train students effectively in this domain, requires a lot of technical know-how. It requires a lot of equipment. And this is where we've been facing challenges in being able to acquire the equipment. But with our little sacrifices from our different corners, our different pockets, and with support coming in from partner organizations, we've been able to gather the equipment which we are using to train our students. But we are dreaming and looking forward to a day when we are going to have our own personal equipment that belongs to the arts factory. That means we'll no longer go and borrow a camera from outside or a lamp or a projector from outside, but we are going to have our own equipment that are being used to train our students.
Through the Arts Week, the savoir-faire of the University of Bamenda is shared with the world over.
Arts to us is an aspect of professionalism. You know, the Faculty of Arts happens to be a classical faculty, and people usually think that in a classical faculty people are not productive. So, but this is an aspect of productivity. This is an aspect of savoir-faire, which is being exhibited by the Faculty of Arts, hands-on production and experience. The products that emanate from that department would tell another story, not the story of a baby that was just born yesterday. They are very dexterous, they are very industrious, and they have produced things that are mind-blowing. You will not imagine that. I mean, these are just people who even lack basic infrastructure and basic equipment and all whatnot, and yet are able to accomplish so much with so little.
After thorough exchanges and exploration, students were awarded prizes with hopes that the arts sector in Cameroon blossoms with the knowledge acquired.
I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause we never know when we run out of time.
Molesta-me,